The following is a live presentation of Strathroy Rockets Hockey. Aspro's in alone. Daniel Aspro, breakaway, scores! That's to the net here, still has it. Over to the side, center, scores!
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside the West Middlesex Memorial Centre for tonight's GOJHL action between the visiting London Nationals and the hometown Strathroy Rockets. I'm Noah Smith. Matt Hiscox alongside me tonight to bring you the action here from Strathroy as the Rockets look to build off an astounding 7-1 win last night on the road in St. Mary's over the St. Mary's Lincolns. A game in which the Rockets were in control from the puck drop, scoring 49 seconds in off the stick of Riley Wood. And then they didn't stop there. They found the back of the net 6 more times before the final buzzer went. Tonight, they're going to be in tough once again. Here's the London Nationals make their first trip to town to take on the Rockets here in Strathroy in this 2021-2022 season. Matt, the Nationals are good, but they're not atop the Western Conference like they have been many of the past seasons when they've made the trip here. The Rockets are going to look to try and find another way to beat the Nationals on home ice and see if they can keep their winning ways going.
Yeah, like when you look at last night's game, you took on a very tough team in the St. Mary's Lincolns. Now you're going to battle again tonight against the Nationals. Like you said, they're usually top, 1-2 within 2 points. Right now they're 4 points behind Leamington, who leads the league. So they're coming in thinking, okay, we're not the same team as we normally are. Strathroy last night, they're thinking, hey, we just beat a really good team. Can we do it twice in a row?
They're going to have to try and do so tonight here against an always tough London Nationals club. Getting the start in goal for Strathroy is Gordy O'Dwyer. He will be starting his 5th straight game between the pipes for Strathroy. Really kind of taking up the role as this team's starter moving through this early part of the season. Now past that quarter mark, they've established that they're the guy that they want to run with. And it's Gordy O'Dwyer getting the start again after a fantastic performance less than 24 hours ago in St. Mary's, where he wasn't beat until the final minute and 20 seconds of that hockey contest.
Yeah, and that hurts. As a goalie, that hurts. You've got the goose egg running into the last 2 minutes of the play. And as a former goalie, I'll tell you, that's on your mind. You're thinking, okay, I got to keep everything out of here. You're yelling at your defense, ice it down, whatever you got to do to keep that puck out of your zone. He played well, played really well, especially against that tough team in St. Mary's. He'll be in tough tonight. Owen Flores is going for the Nationals, and he's one of the top goalies in the Western Conference this year. So we'll see what he can do. But I think O'Dwyer's getting a lot of confidence, especially after last night's game, beating the Lincolns.
The one blemish for O'Dwyer coming late in the game. He made 30 saves in the 7-1 win for Strathroy last night in St. Mary's on the road, beating the Lincolns. The Rockets getting a win to end a 6-game losing streak, their longest losing streak of the last couple seasons. You'd have to go back to the start of the 2018 season, where they lost 6 straight to start the season to find another losing streak that long. They're happy it's over. They're happy they can flip the page, get back into the win column, find themselves, only a few points back of moving up to 7th, 6th in the conference, and they would certainly love to do so. It's going to be tough here against London. And then you look forward in the schedule. They got a bye week essentially this week. They're off for another full week before they're back home next Saturday against the same London Nationals. So the schedule pretty tough here in the mid-November region for Strathroy, but they're going to look to try and come out here. They got the home ice advantage. They're playing strong here. Gordy O'Dwyer's playing well. It looks like the confidence is really there getting these 5 straight starts.
Yeah, that's huge for a goalie. And one thing that I've noticed, I did some research today before the game. You look at shots per minute in the league, and O'Dwyer sits at 0.57 shots per minute. That's about average when you look across the league. Flores is at 5.0 or 0.50 across the league. The league lowest is actually out in Kitchener with the Kitchener-Waterloo Siskins at 0.34, and that's Dylan Glover. He's facing 0.34 shots per minute, and Braden Kelso in Pelham is facing 0.64 shots. So O'Dwyer's starting to build that confidence with more shots, and I think you're going to see that tonight. He's facing a tough Nationals team that likes to put the puck on net. I believe they're averaging about 30 shots per game, so it's going to be tough for him. see if the defense can maybe get a couple blocks in there for them.
The first time that the Rockets were able to put up 7, of course, in a game was last night. It was the first time they were able to put up 6 and 5 in a contest, so they'll have to do so. I would think, again, tonight you'd need to get at least 3 goals on the board here against Flores if the Rockets want to come out of here with 2 points against a tough London Nationals club tonight as they take to the ice here at the West Middlesex Memorial Center. We're just about ready for puck drop. As we mentioned, Flores and O'Dwyer, the starters tonight for London and Strathroy. Matt, the scratches for London, just a few of them tonight.
Yeah, so the scratches, you've got all their call-ups here, and then you've got Sam Vanderslam and Ryan Nichols and Josh Curtin scratched for the Nationals.
Over on the Strathroy side of things, just a few scratches. Ryan Marshall still out serving a suspension. Nigel Piercy, Mark Hewitt out of the lineup tonight, and Chaz Nixon, newly acquired from Leamington, not dressing tonight for Strathroy. In goal, Brazeau will back up. Dwyer will get to the starting lineups when they come around, but first it is time for the national anthems here in Strathroy. The puck drop to follow between the visiting London Nationals and the hometown Strathroy Rockets. You're watching on Hockey TV, listening on the Rockets YouTube page. We'll send it down to ice level now for the national anthems. So the anthem's complete and just about ready for puck drop here in Strathroy. We'll welcome you inside the West Middlesex Memorial Center tonight. Noah Smith, Matt Hiscox to call the action for you here as we have a good crowd turned out to see the Rockets here on a Saturday night, coming off a big 7-1 win over the Lincolns just 24 hours ago at the Pyramid Rec Center. The Rockets will send out the line of Johnson, Spezial, and Hogarth here to start things for the Nats. It's their big line. Julian, Power, and Burridge to start things.
Yeah, and that's going to be key for the Rockets tonight. You want to shut down Zach Power. He leads the league with 28 points this year for the Nationals and across all of the GOJHL. So he's going to be big for them to shut down. It'll be key to see how the Nationals are able to shut down the Piercy or the Perry Wood Ballast line, though. They have 20 of 39 goals this year.
Into the London zone to start things here off the face-off. The Nats will set up from behind the goal here. Off to our left. The Nationals going from left to right on your screen and on your radio dial, wearing their blue road uniforms in the first half of this season. The Rockets going from right to left, wearing the white jerseys, trimmed with red and blue. It's back to Laszlo. Over to Hall. Hall will pick it up, looking to get it up ice. Turned over. Julian with it. Return pass. This one's going to go off a skate and back out to center here. Nationals will set up once again just out front of their own bench. On defense, pass comes up into the middle of the ice. Now off to the right side for Julian. Julian will dump that one in. He'll go into the far corner. Down low for Power. Power looking for a pass. Comes up to the point. Arsenault's shot. That one well wide. Bounces around all the way up to the point. Back down low. Past the stick of Burridge. Arsenault keeps it in. Off to the side. Past Power. Picked up and dumped down the ice by Laszlo, and this one is going to have enough to go for icing. So the Rockets will have to wait on the line change here, 1 minute and 7 seconds into the first period.
Yeah, they were able to get one out there just before on the transition back into their zone. They were able to get, it looks like they were able to get Hogarth out there, so he'll be in for this face-off.
One back by the Nats, up to the point for Holmes. Holmes, a shot on, off the bar. Might have beat it clean, don't know if it hit a stick on the way through. It'll be cleared out by the Rockets and back out to center into the London zone. Riley Wood onto the ice here, Perry as well, and they'll finish up this line change that was started on the icing. Pace Roth through the middle. Pace Roth to the net here as he's knocked down and into the net hard here. Net's off, and they're going to keep the play alive here. So Dwyer's just standing there. Up to Wood. Wood will carry it in. Hall, pass over and off the stick of Ballas into the corner. Ballas down low for Riley Wood. Wood looking for a centering pass, has that one knocked away. Ballas in the corner with it now. To Perry. Perry looking out front. This one bounces up to the point for Hall. Hall tries to knock it down and keep it alive. The Nats will work it forward, but off the stick of Harbour. Picked up. Wood in across the line. Wood pass over. Ballas couldn't pick it up, and the Nats looking to get it up ice. Smith dumped back in, and the Nats will get it back behind their net. Just over 2 minutes gone here to start this contest. Carrying it forward, Power on the right side, cuts to the net. That one wide of the goal. Off to the right side of O'Dwyer. Riley Wood will carry it in. He's hit into the wall right in front of the Nats bench. Back behind the net for McGowan. Chips it over to Power. Long pass by Power, tipped up and carrying it in here on the side out front. This one couldn't get a shot off as it's cleared out by Kilby into the neutral zone. Now for the Nats captain Burridge. He'll dump it in, and O'Dwyer going to hold on to this one, cover up, and get a whistle.
Yeah, it looks like the puck isn't bouncing as much as we've seen early in the season. It looks like with the cold temperatures that we're starting to get a little more frequently, the ice is starting to harden up, so are the pucks. So we'll see how the Nats, they're not in control here so far to start this game by any means.
Shot on and off a stick, out of play.
The Rockets seem to be keeping up very well so far, 2.5 minutes into this game. If the Rockets can keep that up, they are playing 2-2, so we'll see how they can do with that.
Picked up, Kilby looking for a pass. That one trying to find Pimentel. Out of the reach of him. Now knocked away. Back inside the London zone. Pass up to Michael Elliston. Now tipped forward, knocked off the stick of Elliston, all the way back out to center. Looking back on defense here as they work their way up. Turned over, looking shot to the net, that one wide. Now Johnson from the point. Point shot sits out front, and it's picked up by the Nats as Elliston. Quick lead pass, gonna be in alone, working his way in, scores! And the Nats will strike first, 1-0 here. 3 minutes, 29 seconds in. It's Torrealba.
And Torrealba, he also has 2 goals already facing the Rockets in their only meeting so far back at the Western Fair Sports Complex. So that's 3 on the season for him against the Rockets so far.
On the breakaway, Torrealba gives the Nationals the 1-0 lead, beating O'Dwyer. Now up to the point for Arsenault. Arsenault goes D-to-D, shot to the net. That one wide, bounces all the way back up to the blue line where it's kept in by Arsenault. Now rimmed around to the opposite side for Barnes. Hands it off down low, working out into the slot, holding on to it, leaves it for Arsenault. Shot to the net, redirected by Duarte and into the corner. Cole Smith will pick it up and hand it off to Owen Kindry. Kindry, quick pass up to Gallant. Gallant chipped that one forward, but unable to get it out here as the Rockets still pinned inside their own zone. Now to Smith. Long pass, up off the stick of Gallant. Gallant tried to chip that one back forward to himself, but it cleared the zone, and Duarte will pick it up back behind the London net. Duarte. Puck taken away from him. Now to Spezial. He's in the corner with it. Looking to the opposite side. Hogarth will chase it down against Beaupre in the corner. Nats will clear. That one off the stick of Duarte and back to Laszlo. Chipped in by Spezial. Hall tried to put it through the legs of Harbour. Harbour's going to knock it around with his skate and back down low inside the Strathroy zone. Now Spezia for Hogarth. Hogarth to center, tries to dump it in. Pace Roth will hand it off to his D partner, and now he'll pick it up the return pass up to Bunker. Bunker to center. Quick pass in off the stick of Beaupre into the corner. Beaupre back behind the net here for the Nats. Centering pass, good chance there, but the shot will go off a stick and out of play. Net was also off behind O'Dwyer.
So the goal for the Nationals was Daniel Torbella from Charlie Burns. And it was, I don't know if you saw it, it was a line change for the Nationals. They were able to get Torbella out there behind the defense.
Off the draw, it's picked up by Harbour behind the net. He goes into the wall. Riley Wood will pick it up, flips it up into the air where it's gloved down by Ballas. Ballas working forward. He's dished down, and an arm comes up here. A penalty on the way to the Nats. A high sticking call for Holmes. And the Rockets will get a power play chance here. Just 5 minutes and 24 seconds into the first, down by 1.
Yeah, and Chapman with that call, it could have gone either a cross check or a high stick. Either way, the stick was up around the nose of Ballas from Holmes there. So we'll see if the Rockets can take care of a power play here.
Quickly up to the point for Kindry. Kindry and Smith, the defenseman here, working on the power play. Perry, Ballas, Wood out there for Strathroy. Wood down low for Ballas. Ballas up to the point for Smith. Smith will walk, hand it off to Ballas. Now back down low for Riley Wood. Working the perimeter. Smith to Kindry. Kindry to the net. That one's going to go wide into the corner, up to the point for Smith. Hands it off down low, and Riley Wood will pick it up. Wood over to Carson Perry. Perry walking on the outside edge over to Kindry. Kindry bounce pass off the boards for Ballas. Now Perry back to Ballas. Hands it off. Perry looking shot. That one whistled over top of the net and will come all the way back down into the Strathroy neutral zone here where it's picked up by Kindry. Kindry works it quickly into the offensive zone here. Looking to try and set up as he hands it off to Carson Perry. 1 minute gone off the power play. Perry down low for Wood. Up to the point, Kindry return to Wood. Looking, shot on and stopped by Flores up high as he got the blocker and the shoulder up on the left side to make the save.
Minute 9 into the power play, and that's the first shot that's hit the net for the Rockets. You'd like to see them get a few more shots. The Nationals power play is actually ranked 22nd overall at only 76%.
Johnson over to Hall. Now back to Johnson here. Rockets working on the power play. 43 seconds to go, and that pass is going to go off a skate and come all the way back out to center for Ty Johnson. Hall back to Hogarth as the Rockets have 30 seconds to go on the man advantage. Over to Kilby. Kilby just inside the blue line. Will rim it around the boards. Hogarth will pick it up on the opposite side. Cornfield right on him. Kilby's trying to dig away at it. Cornfield has it pinned against the wall. Up to Johnson here. 8 seconds to go on the man advantage. Hall looking for the return pass to Nelson. Tips it off down low. McGowan chipped it. Couldn't get it. Out front for Kilby. That one stopped by Flores. Back to even strength here. Hall. Johnson to the net. Redirected. Chance out front. Oh, what a pad save by Flores. Nats will clear. They'll get out to center. Now working forward. A big hit on Julian by Hall. Knocks the puck loose. Rockets unable to get anything on the power play other than a couple good chances at the back end. Long pass up to Kilby at center. Kilby will just take a step in across the red line. Pass it back to Johnson. Johnson in his skates. Doesn't know where it is. Burridge with it now. Burridge to the net. That one goes wide. Kilby just trying to clear the puck. Up to the line. Not out. Power tried to cut to the middle there. Had it knocked off his stick. Now Julian in across the line. And he dumps it in here. But the Nats were offside. Now they're back onside. Inside of the Strathroy zone. Up to the Strathroy bench. Will be picked up by Power. Now Power hands it off. Looking. Pace Roth. Shot. That one wide. Back behind the net. He holds on to it. Looking for a chance out front. It's Burridge. Down low. Power. Up to the point for Paceroth and to Burridge. Now Holmes, shot on, pad, saved by O'Dwyer. Pimentel will pick it up, and Pimentel will get to center where he dumps it in and chases into the corner. It's Pimentel against Holmes. Holmes is going to spin and get away. Quick pass up as they work their way forward. Torrey Alba, drop pass to Power. Power a shot, that one redirected and wide. Just going to hold on to it, back out into the neutral zone is Torrey Alba. Nice move as he cuts through the middle here, and then on a backhand, dumps it in. Habib pokes that one up to the point. Kept in as it's dumped down low. Ty Johnson. Up to Kane, and then Pimentel to center. Holds onto it, dumps it in on a backhand, and he'll head to the bench for a change here for Strathroy. Nats will work it up through center, carrying this one in. It's Chard, spinning. He's taken into the wall. Gallant waits just outside the scrum. It's going to be Faulkner picking it up here. Looking for a pass up to Dundas. Gallant picks it up, and now Gallant will bring it in. Gallant out front, good chance, Dundas scores! What a hard work play by Tage Gallant to pass it out front. And Dylan Dundas finishes it up. And the Rockets have tied the game at 1.
What a pass across ice through the defenseman to get it onto the tape. We saw Flores make a big split save earlier. He wasn't able to get across on that one. Rockets tied up here with exactly 10 minutes left in the period. Big goal for the Rockets there.
Second of the season for Dundas has this game tied at 1. Now the Nats looking to counter inside of the Strathroy zone. Cornfield has it in the corner. Rockets trying to get away with it. Gallant battling on the half wall. Harbor, now Bunker a shot on. Tipped, and it will be kicked aside by O'Dwyer. Beaupre back behind the net. Knocked away from him for Dundas. Dundas just flips it into the air, and this puck's going to bounce all the way back down into the neutral zone. Gallant tried to poke it back to himself. The Nats will carry it up through center. McGowan stopped by Hall. Hall pokes that one up, and Ballas will pick it up. Ballas to Perry. Perry to Wood. Wood shot. That one blocked right into the shin pads, and the Nats will work it up quickly. Coming up on the left side is Harbor. Harbor sets up inside, looking for the shot to the net. That one's redirected. Another chance on the doorstep. Poked over top of the net. Riley Wood now. A little bit of time here. He's going to spin and fire it off the glass and out to center. Paceroth. D quickly working up. It's a long pass out of the reach and back onto the stick of Smith for Strathroy. Kindry pokes it forward to Wood. Down low, Holmes, Perry working in the corner. It's Perry with it. Perry, Ballas. Perry tried to come out front with it, had it knocked off his stick. Now he's back down low as the Nats look to poke it away. Ballas in the corner. Perry looked to center it for Wood, had it knocked off the stick there. Nats will work it forward. Good move to get it past on the right side. Cooper works his way in. Pass to the other side. That one goes off into the corner, and it'll be cleared out by the Rockets. Back down into the London zone. They'll get a line change. Well, Dwyer took the time to get his net back on its moorings, as now the Nats will pick it up, and the Rockets turn it over. Spezial to the net there. That one stopped up as it goes into the corner. Hogarth now. Hogarth tries to bring it out front. This puck knocked off his stick. Spezial back behind the net. Still holds on to it. Spezial shot right on. And Flores sees that one easily as he makes the save right on the logo. 7:50 to go here in the opening period. It's a 1-1 game.
Yeah, it's been a lot of back and forth action. Both teams have had a lot of good chances here in this game. O'Dwyer is getting the blocks that he needed, like we mentioned in pregame. A lot of less shots he's had to face so far in this period.
Quick pass up to Burridge, and the Nats work in. Shot on, stopped by O'Dwyer. Rebound comes out to the point. Another shot thrown on. This one goes into the corner. Here's Power with it. Power back behind the net. He's taken down. Arm comes up here, and a penalty on the way to Strathroy, and then a little bit of a late hit by Burridge as well. And I think it's just going to be the cross check. on Hogarth, and the Rockets will be shorthanded here with 7:30 to go in the first.
Yeah, I'm surprised there wasn't a second call there. That was a really late after the whistle hit that wasn't really, there was nothing really going on. He just kind of just hit the Rocket player into the bench or into the boards there. But either way, the Rockets will be down a player here with 7:30 in the period and a tie game. This will be a big kill if they can kill this off against the Nats.
Up to the point here for McGowan to Burridge. Burridge a shot. That one goes off the stick of O'Dwyer, bounces up to the line, and Perry will clear it. The D-to-D pass over to Power, hopped over his stick, but he picks it up off the boards. Now up to the middle, knocked away. Burridge over to Julian, back to Burridge, a shot. That one whistled wide. Perry will get it and clear it back into the London end of the ice here. 30 seconds gone off the power play for the Nats. McGowan will set up here at the line. Has Spezial right on him. Hands it off down low. Now McGowan. Opposite side. Pass looking out front. Burridge with it. Burridge looking, shot on. Stopped on goal, and the rebound finds the back of the net. The Nats strike on the power play here, and they have regained the lead 2-1.
Top-ranked power play in the league is going to capitalize when they can, and they did that off a rebound with Julian getting the goal there. Jacob Julian putting in the rebound from the point, putting the Nats up 2-1 here. 6:42 left in the period.
Can't give the Nats too many chances on the power play, and they strike here on their second one of the evening here in the first, and it's a 2-1 hockey game. Pass up through the middle. Bunker had that one go off his shin pads, and it's back for Habib. Up through the middle. Habib, a big hit coming through the middle there. It's back for Faulkner. To Ty Johnson, and now back to Habib. His pass off the skate of Faulkner, dumped into the zone. Tage Gallant in the corner, turned over. Now Gallant back out front. He throws that one on, but wide. Now cleared up and out by the Nats. Works its way all the way back into the Strathroy zone, and Habib getting chased down here. He's going to spin in the corner, get away from danger. Hands it over, and now Johnson will work it up. Dundas, the Rockets' lone goal scorer here, throws it into the corner for Gallant. Now Faulkner. Back down low with it here. Faulkner, the lone Rocket in the corner. Nats will take it out. The pass off the stick of Beaupre and down into the Strathroy zone. Johnson takes a hit, loses the puck, and the Nats now pass up to Harbor. Kilby turns it over here. 5:22 to go here in the period. Torrealba cuts on the right side, looks for a backhand on goal. Big rebound comes out, but it's going to be cleared on a backhand, back down into the London zone. No icing, and back to get it is McGowan. Forces a turnover out front. Good chance there on the pass from Pimentel, just out of the reach of Nelson. Here comes Elliston. He hands that one off. Cornfield will bring it in across the line. Chard now takes a hit from Kilby. Just inside the line, poking that one past, and Nelson will go get it. Nelson had his stick lifted there by Chard, and Kilby throws a hit on him right out front of the London bench. Up through center. Elliston takes a hit from Nelson. Back behind the net, O'Dwyer plays it off the Hall. Quick pass, Kilby trying to chip that one for Wood. Now Laszlo. Elliston in the corner. Elliston looking out front for Julian. That pass out of the reach of him. Back down low. Spun around the boards here. Wood chips it past Arsenault, and now Wood's going to take it up ice. He'll dump it in. Off the end boards, Nats looking to quickly work it up ice, as they will. Dumped into the offensive zone. Just under 4 minutes to go here in the period. Turned over, Power with it, shot off a stick, and out of play over top of the glass with 3:56 remaining here in period number 1.
And Zach Power, who has a 9-game point or assist streak going back to October 6th, which actually is the league leading point streak and assist streak. He gets an assist as well as Jeff Burridge on the power play goal for the Nats. So it's 2-1 here for the Nationals.
Clearing attempt stopped by the Nats. Burridge looking out front for the pass and just out of the reach of Power. It's flipped back up into the neutral zone here by Strathroy. Now trying to chase that one down was Burridge. Laszlo knocks it past him. Just out front of the penalty boxes here. Now over to Burridge on the right side. Burridge pass forward. Power with it, but the Nats are offside with 3:28 to go here in the period. We'll get a face-off in the neutral zone. You're listening to Strathroy Rockets Hockey on the Rockets YouTube page, watching on hockeytv.com. London Nationals and Strathroy Rockets here in Strathroy.
And over in Kamoka, we actually have a 2-0 lead end of the first period for the Kings in that game as they take on the Sarnia Legionnaires.
Just the two games in the West tonight. Kendry with it now, passing tipped into the zone by Wood. Bunker down low, hands it off, and now the Nats work up through the middle. Bounce pass into center, out of the reach of Harbor. Kendry over to Smith, and now Smith will carry it up. He'll gain center and carry it into the zone. Knocked off his stick and cleared by the Nats. Now Riley Wood throws one in off the end boards, gets his own rebound, back behind the net here, good chance. Had it knocked away. Perry loses an edge here. Nats will work it out, coming through the middle. Pace Roth gets past Kendry into the corner. Looking out front, good chance. That one stopped by O'Dwyer, got the pad on it. And now Perry and Wood will carry it forward here for Strathroy. Wood still has it, lost it there as that puck was stolen by Bunker, and now he'll work it forward. Dump it into the opposite corner off to the right side of O'Dwyer. And now a shot on O'Dwyer is going to be stopped easily and covered up.
One thing looking at the two teams out here, and this is going back years since I've been around with the GOJHL, the Nationals have a man-sized team. When you look at any other team, they're bigger, they're stronger, they're faster, but the Rockets seem to be keeping up really well with their speed out here in this game.
Dundas almost chipped that one past that center. Rockets inside their own zone. Clearing attempt goes off the stick of Duarte. Now down low with it. It's Johnson in the corner. 2 minutes on the clock here to go in period number one. At the blue line, Torrealba leaves that one, carrying it forward, streaking through the middle. Good chance, but knocked into the wall. Rebound comes out front, stopped by O'Dwyer. Opposite side, O'Dwyer with a pad save, and the net comes off. And now in the crease, the scrum ensues. Duarte and Torrealba in the middle of it for London. Dundas and I think Habib down there for Strathroy.
And it looks like Chapman's pulled out two guys, probably one aside, but I wouldn't be surprised if Torbello went. He came in as a third man in and kind of gave a good shot to the back of the head there, so we'll see what happens here, but it looks like it's going to be one each.
Just Duarte going to the box for London. And Dundas for Strathroy.
And it was a great save by O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer made probably 2 or 3 saves on that one as the puck sat loose there, as he had a conversation there with the referee Chapman as well.
Right off the draw, Rockets will clear. It's back as Spezia will have it at his own line. D-to-D over to Laszlo. Laszlo through center and dumped in off the end boards, just sitting on the back of the net there, battling to try and get that one away. Burridge with it now. Holding on to it. Now Spezia holds, looks, can't find an option. Will hold on to it into the corner. He's taken into the wall by Burridge. Up to the point for Laszlo. Back down low for Spezia. Arsenault. Power. He'll clear out off the wall and dumped back in by Laszlo. 1 minute to go here in the first. Nats back behind their own net here as they wait to get set up and come up ice. Pass up to Burridge at the logo at center. His pass into the skates, picked off, and Kane Johnson with it. Over to Hogarth. Hogarth to the net. That one's going to miss glove side high. At the line, capped in by Hall. Nice play. And now Hall has it. Couldn't get the shot off there as he is pickpocketed by Julian. And now the Nats inside their own zone looking for an outlet pass. Pimentel picks up the loose puck. Shot on. Rebound. Good chance here, and he just puts it right into the pads of Flores, and he'll cover up with 20.4 to go in the first.
And I got to give the Rockets a lot of credit here. They're making do on the turnovers by the Nationals. And there's been quite a few, probably 6 or 7. They're getting the shots. Now they got to take advantage of putting those shots in the net, and those will come as you keep working on getting them on net. 20 seconds here. You want to see a big face-off win.
Nelson was thrown out of the draw. It was Kilby to take it, and into the corner. It flips out front where it's gloved down by Flores, so we'll get another face-off off to his left. 4 seconds off the clock. Now 16.2 to go in the period. Off the draw, Nelson won it off to the side. Holmes will take it clear up, but not out here for the Nats. Rockets still with a chance. Now looking, Pimentel to the net. Nelson couldn't get the rebound. It's picked up by Holmes. He'll clear on the backhand down the ice. It'll roll for icing, but the horn will go, and the period will come to an end with a little bit of a hit at the end there by Deacon Holmes. Chapman just telling the two to get off the ice, and we'll see you for period at number 2. So the Rockets and Nationals here in a good battle through 20 minutes of play in Strathroy. It's a 2-1 London lead after 20 minutes of play.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, I wouldn't be disappointed if I was the Rockets. That's a really good period. Yes, you're down 2-1, but the problem is the good thing is that second goal came on the power play. You've got the top-ranked power play you've got to face. It's good. You can't be giving those chances to the Nationals. If you can limit those chances, I'd be happy. 2-1 game right now. You come back out. You've had a lot of chances. Yes, you're being outshot 11-5, but that stat doesn't show. Sorry, 11-7. That stat really doesn't show the effort that was put in by the Rockets. I'm really impressed myself of that period by the Rockets.
So the Nationals lead by a score of 2-1 after 20 minutes of play. Daniel Torrealba getting the opening goal for the Nats, 3:29 into the first. Charlie Barnes and Noah Arsenault picking up the assists for London. It was Dylan Dundas getting the Rockets back into the game and tying the game at the 9:51 mark. Tage Gallant and Ty Johnson picking up the assist for Strathroy. But just 4 minutes later, the Nats struck again on the power play. Jacob Julian finding the back of the net. Jeff Burridge, Zach Power picking up the assist for London to give them a 2-1 lead after 20 minutes of play. As you mentioned, Matt, the shots on goal favor the London Nationals 11-7 in the opening period of play. London 1 for 2 on the power play. Strathroy 0 for 2 on the man advantage. One other game going on in the Western Conference tonight here in the GOJHL. That is the Kamoka Kings hosting the Sarnia Legionnaires. Just getting underway in the second period over in Kamoka. It's a 2-0 lead for the Kamoka Kings. We'll follow the scores as we go on throughout the evening, but as for us here in Strathroy, it is a 2-1 lead for the London Nationals. We'll take a break. You're listening to Strathroy Rocket Hockey here on the Rocket Hockey Network, Rockets YouTube page, and on hockeytv.com. The following live broadcast of Strathroy Rockets Hockey is made possible thanks to our generous sponsors. Andy's Legendary Pizza, located at 10 Metcalf Street West in Strathroy. Commonwealth Financial, located at 370 Albert Street in Strathroy and online at commonwealthfinancial.ca. Carpet One Floor and Home, located at 325 Caradoc Street South in Strathroy. All Season Concrete, located just outside Strathroy, and visit them online at allseasonconcrete.ca.
WMMP Accounting, Consulting, and Tax Services, located at 6 Front Street in downtown Strathroy. And by Middlesex Chiropractic. Visit them at 117 Thomas Street in Strathroy. The following is a live presentation of Strathroy Rockets hockey. Aspro's in alone. Daniel Aspro, breakaway, scores! To the net here, still has it. Over to the side, center, scores!
Well, good evening. We welcome you back inside the West Middlesex Memorial Centre here in Strathroy, Ontario. GOJHL action here between the visiting London Nationals and the hometown Strathroy Rockets. After 20 minutes of play, it is a 2-1 lead for the London Nationals. They got one of those goals on the power play, and as we've discussed throughout the first portion of this broadcast, you can't give the Nats too many chances on the power play throughout the course of an evening, because that is how you will find yourself losing games by 3 or 4 goals.
Yeah, they're the top-ranked penalty or power play in the league at a 20. I believe it's 27%. Yeah, 27.3% this year, leading by a good margin, I should say, in that category. So it doesn't surprise me they were able to get one on the power play. If you're the coaching staff, you go in, you say, keep it clean, boys. If anything, make sure it's going both ways. Not giving them the advantage.
So the Rockets will come back out to the ice here with a 1-goal deficit to try and overcome. Overall, a well-played first period for Strathroy, like we've talked about already. And take away that power play goal, and really with the power play goal, I thought the Rockets played even with the Nationals throughout that period. They had their chances. They obviously got the goal from Dundas to give them the 1-goal deficit and at the time tie the game, but they've been right with the Nats, and they'll look to do so here in the second period as well as they come back out to the ice here. Goals in that first period. If you're just joining us, Daniel Torrealba got things started for London, and then Dylan Dundas tied it for Strathroy 6 minutes later, and then Jacob Julian on the power play for London to give them the 2-1 lead, and that's where we sit as we get set and ready for period number 2. We gave you the out-of-town scoreboard when we left for break, and when we come back, it has changed. The Camoka Kings were up 2-0. Sarnia scored 2 goals in the first 2:22 of the second period, and they are tied at 2-2. A whole lot of 2s in that sentence.
Yeah, I was wondering if your tongue was going to get a little twisted there. I know you're not a big fan of your puns or anything, but tongue twisters might be a new thing for you, and we'll see. That's really coming out firing if you're the Legionnaires, and that's what we'd like to see here if you're the Rockets trying to get back into this game and tie it up.
Of course, early in the season, you don't like to look forward too much towards the playoffs or anything like that, but the Rockets just ahead of the Legionnaires in terms of getting that final playoff spot as we sit right now. Of course, the Rockets would love to change that and boost themselves up a couple spots here, but a couple tough games ahead of them, and it's a tough one here tonight against the Nats. They're down 2-1 as we're underway here for the second period. Tipped in off the stick there into the London zone. Over to Burridge, and now up ice, past the stick of Julian, back into the Strathroy zone for Smith. Spezial tries to work that one past Barnes. He does into the corner. It's picked up by Arsenault. Julian with the pass, works it up through the middle. And now taken away Barnes. A quick pass, tipped off the stick of Burridge and into the offensive zone here. Back behind the net, Julian. His pass is going to be cleared up and off the glass. Spezial will chase it down, and now he comes forward into the offensive zone. Spezial cuts to the middle. Shot on, stopped by Flores. Rebound comes out, and it's going to be cleared up and out past the blue line here by Julian. He's at the middle where it's knocked off his stick, and Smith will get it back in the corner for Strathroy. Pass up to Kane Johnson. Turned over. Beaupre in. Drop pass. Nobody there for London. Up to the middle for Hogarth. Hogarth to the line and dumped in on a backhand. They'll get a line change here. Perry, Ballas, and Wood out there now for Strathroy.
Dangerous play there earlier by Flores. He caught that one and dropped it in his own crease. That's the reason why we're still playing here and there wasn't a face-off right there.
Inside the Rockets zone. Chance out front. That pass knocked away. Wood will pick it up for Strathroy. Trying to poke that one out at the line. He's met by Harbour. Now Laszlo He'll work up ice with it. Laszlo to center. He's in on the left side. Looking for a shot. Throws it to the net, but an easy glove save made by Flores, and we'll get a whistle. 18-17 to go here in the second period, and with that, Duarte and Dundas, who went to the box late in the first, will find themselves back on the bench now.
Yeah, and we should mention Alex Laszlo, the first game against his former team since the trade back on October 27th from the Nationals. He's been a key part of the Rockets' defense here since he's been acquired.
Point shot from Hall was blocked, and now the Nats will pick it up from their own zone. Holmes dumped in off the stick and chasing that one down, going to get it down low. Right side, Harbor. Knocked away. It'll be carried up into the offensive zone by Nelson. Nelson's pass. Hall shot on. That one tipped just wide. Got past Flores, didn't find the net. And now a quick pass out of the reach of Harbor and down the ice for an icing against London.
Yeah, and Flores didn't even see that one. That one hit, I looked like about 3 legs on the way and squeaked to the glove side there past him and off these boards that we've seen a lot of teams take advantage of, especially the Rockets, putting it off the boards and it coming right back out front. I think if you're the Rockets, that would have been a nice bounce for you.
Up to the point, it's Smith. Back down low. Had it knocked away, and now the Nats will look to work it out. They'll get it up to the line, but not out. Kept down low. Ballas, side of the net, looking out front for Perry. That pass was knocked away. Now up to the point for Smith. Smith to the net, redirected. Stopped by Flores. Back behind him, and he jumps on it and covers up.
And Ballas had an extra little tip there on that one, and I think Flores thought he caught it in his chest, but it ended up squeaking through the legs, and another little bit of a little more roll on that puck, and it's a 2-2 game as it sat on the goal line. We couldn't see it until Flores turned around, though, and it was getting very close to that line.
It'll be Elliston carrying it forward. He whistles one off the bar. What a chance there. Elliston created that himself, bursting in with the speed and then firing one off the crossbar. He turned over. Now Carson Perry back the other way. Perry on the right side. His shot off a stick and into the netting, out of play. We'll get a face-off inside the London zone here.
Yeah, back-to-back chances for both teams there. One on the line there for the Rockets, and then a goalie's favorite sound with an old ting off the crossbar behind O'Dwyer, and that'll help. That'll feel nice that it hit that instead of the twine.
Back down low, Pimentel. He'll pick it up in the corner. Up to the point. Shoveling it down low is Nelson. Laszlo will pick it up now. Now Nelson winds up, fires one. That one over top of Flores, off the glass, and cleared out by the Nats. Back to Nelson. He has that one knocked away. Elston tried to work his way forward. Now McGowan with it. In across the line, wide on the left side. Up to Kilby. Kilby's clearing attempt, kept in at the line by Julian. Julian to the net. That one off into the corner. Now another shot. That one stopped by O'Dwyer. Back up to the point, McGowan. McGowan trying to play that one. Rockets will clear as it's out off the stick of Nelson, and Pimentel will carry it forward. He cuts to the middle. Knocked off the stick. Elliston works it forward. Tried to chip that one into the offensive zone, but lost it. And the Nats will get a line change here. Kane Johnson carries it forward for Strathroy. Throws one off the end boards and took a nice hop out front, but the Nats will clear, sent down the ice, and Smith will chase it back down in the Strathroy zone. The opposite side for Spezial. He'll pick it up. Up to Johnson. Clears out to Barnes. And here come the Nats as Power works it in. Power through a couple defenders. Tries to get it back in the slot. Knocked away. Up to the point. Barnes. Right side Burridge. Falls off his stick. Hogarth plays it around the side. Looking to clear. They will as Johnson flips it up back into the London zone.
A lot of pressure here from the Nats within the last 2.5 minutes. See if the Rockets can get another chance there instead of letting the Nationals take control of this game.
5 minutes gone here to start the second. Here come the Nats. It's Power. Works his way in. Power couldn't get a shot off. It's into the corner. He's still holding on to it at the line. Looking to the net. That one redirected but wide. Now picked off. Johnson over to Spezial. He'll work into the offensive zone with Hogarth. Looking for a shot to the net. Goes off a stick and wide. Now rimmed around up to the point. Kept in by Hall. Back down low. Hogarth spins. Fires out front. Nobody there to pick it up. It comes all the way back into the neutral zone for Habib. Now Dundas trying to poke it forward. Burridge. Pass. Intercepted. Looking for the return. Sent down the ice, and Gallant will chase it. But an icing call charged against Strathroy. 14-19 to go here in the second period. A 2-1 London lead.
And that was a great outlet pass there. It looked like it was going to be pushed into Gallant's stick there. But unfortunately, he wasn't able to catch that one as Kilby is headed off the ice here. And it doesn't look like it's good news, though, as you could see him shaking his head as he left.
Into the London zone here. Pace Roth will pick it up back behind the net. He leaves it there. Nats work out from their own zone. Holmes looking for a quick pass up. They'll carry it in, but offside. As Habib will pick it up, and the Nats have to clear before they can re-enter the zone. Habib holds on to it. Throws one into the London zone where it's picked up by Cooper. Now Holmes with it to center. Nice pass as they work in on the right side. Shot to the net. Stopped by O'Dwyer and off his stick over top of the yellow line, out of play. Face-off coming inside of the Strathroy zone.
And we just saw the trainer leave as well from the bench. So he's headed back to see work with Kilby. So we'll keep an eye on that. He left at the 14:30 mark there. Now with the face-off, that's a big loss there on the offensive side of things.
Point shot tipped on and wide of the goal. Now coming out front. O'Dwyer was down on his wallet, and it stays out. Now Beaupre with it on the left side in the corner. Looking to leave that one. Poked off the stick. Ballas will pick it up. Wood holds onto it. Wood looking for a pass over to Perry. Knocked off his stick and back out to center.
Great play by Johnson. O'Dwyer lost his stick, and Johnson turned and handed it to him right away. Smart play by the defenseman.
Tipped in on a long pass by Bunker. Laszlo's back inside the Strathroy zone. Back behind the net, spun, pass up around the boards past Perry, and D-to-D now McGowan hands it off. The Nats will work forward, carrying it through center, in across the line. Cornfield lost it in the corner for Johnson. Now opposite side, up to the point for Bunker. Bunker shot on, block it away. O'Dwyer another save here. Now Ballas is going to get a call here. Dangerous hit in a dangerous location. Play goes on. Barnes at the point. Arsenault shot. That one blocked. Bounces up to Barnes. Holds onto it into the corner. Back behind the net for Laszlo. And we'll see what the call is. And I don't know. It's going to be a hit from behind for Ballas or a board. Hit from behind, and Ballas is going to be ejected.
And that's tough. It looked like it could have been a cross check. He was away from the boards. He was out away. He wasn't really turned away, but the referee standing right there has a better eye than you and I do from way up here. And that's a big loss for the Rockets here. Down Kilby and now Ballas.
So the Rockets will be down for 2 minutes here on the man advantage, and more importantly, they're going to be down Brandon Ballas, who is second on the club in goals this season and plays on that top line. Turnover forced here by Hogarth. Hogarth cuts to the net. Stopped as it is stopped by Flores, and the Nats will work it out from their own zone now. McGowan dumped in. Stopped by O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer out of his net here. Playing that one, Hogarth into the corner. Power with it down low. He holds on to it at the top of the circle. Nice pass over. Shot to the net. Redirected. Outside as Kindry's down. And it's up to McGowan at the point. McGowan looking shot. Blocked away by O'Dwyer. Into the corner here for the Nets. Looking for it. Out front. Shot. That one whistled wide. Burridge point shot. That one's going to be tipped on up to the line and kept in by McGowan. Burridge now. Burridge shot. That one stopped by O'Dwyer and will go off of him and out of play. 48 seconds to go here on the London power play.
Really good kill so far by the Rockets. They all were able to keep it to the outside, and as soon as everything came with inside, they were all able there to make sure it was either one shot and gone, or it's tipped out of play there by O'Dwyer.
Smith will fire one around the boards and out here for Strathroy. So 40 seconds to go on the London power play. Nets inside their own zone. They'll work it up through center. Carrying it down into the right side. Harbor hands it off. Now he'll get it back from Bunker up to the point for Holmes. Pass over to Cooper on the back end. Cooper looks for an option to Bunker down low. Working the perimeter shot on, stopped by O'Dwyer. Big rebound comes out. The Nats banging away at it. And O'Dwyer stands tall. 8 seconds to go on the power play.
Yeah, and O'Dwyer standing on his head here on this penalty kill, keeping everything that hits him into the corners or into the gloves. And that's really what you want to see by your goalie, who's now started 6 straight games here, with this being number 6. He's been incredible for the Rockets in this game.
Right off the draw, one back by the Nationals into their own zone, and that'll kill off the remainder of the penalty here, as Riley Wood will come back onto the ice here after serving the penalty to Ballas, and we are back to even strength here with 10:20 to go in the second. Behind the net, upended. No call from the officials. The Rockets bench was looking for one. It'll be Wood carrying it into the offensive zone. Riley Wood cuts through, and he fires one off the post there. Dundas looking back out front, couldn't find it, and the Nationals will return it back up ice the other way. Long shot thrown on. Pad saved by O'Dwyer. Bunker picks it up in the corner. Up to the point. Cornfield, but he couldn't hold the line. As that puck got out just past Josh Cornfield.
Yeah, and that Ballas loss, I think, is really hurting. Is going to hurt the Rockets here. As we talked about earlier, the Perry Ballas Wood line has 20 of 39 goals, so you really need that one. I believe we saw, it looked like Dundas was up with the line now, so we'll see if he can bring some energy that Ballas did on that line.
When Ballas was out last night in St. Mary's, Luchenko played up with that line and did fantastic, but of course you can't have a call up mid-game, so they're going to have to find someone existing to fill the void. Gallant looking for a point pass up to Johnson. It was knocked away, and Beaupre will pick it up down low. Beaupre up to the top, hops over top of the stick of Arsenault, and he'll be back to get it as that one goes off the stick and out of play into the Rockets penalty box, and narrowly missing our photographer Colleen down there, who had to hit the deck and get out of the way. Matt, you're a photographer with the Knights. You know a whole lot about getting out of the way of pucks when they come your way.
Yeah, I'm actually in the, they call it the suicide box for a reason with the backup goalie there. It can be very scary. I have had a close call. Former Knights goalie Dylan Miskew took it for me, though. It's not fun.
Yeah, he didn't take that very well, though, as he ended up with some cuts and whatnot. Here come the Nats the other way. Julian just over the blue line into the zone for Smith. Opposite side, Spezial will pick it up. Looking to try and clear for the Rockets. Hogarth spins back, fires off the glass, and down past the penalty box where the Nats will pick it up here. Quick pass to Power. Power tries to cut to the middle there, lost it. Once again, cleared up and out, picked up, and here come the Rockets the other way. Spezial on the left side, cutting to the net, shot on. That one stopped. Up to the point, Kindry shot. That one whistled wide. Quick pass by Power, and the Nats work their way out into the offensive zone here. Opposite side corner now. Holding on to it at the line, kept in. Julian, shot, couldn't get it off. Rockets will pick it up as Spezial will bring it into the offensive zone on the right side, now into the corner. He goes down, lost an edge there as he picks it up to the blue line. Hall with it, looking, holding on to it, shot, that one misses the net, and Power will pick it up at center here for London, into the offensive zone. Power shot off a stick and out of play. 8:02 to go here in the second period, and still a 2-1 London lead.
Yeah, Spezial, in my opinion, should have came down. He was coming down our side here in the arena, and it's on his shot. He should have maybe looked at the shot instead of stopping up there where he would fall down in the corner. Would have given a better shot instead of trying to make that pass.
And the linesman having a conversation there with the Nationals winger. I believe that was Tori Alba. Rimmed around the boards. It'll get up to the line and out here. The Rockets will pick it up, firing it down the ice. And an icing call charged against Faulkner.
Be a face-off back to O'Dwyer's right-hand side here. It's been really, really well this second period. So we'll see. Torbella, it's kind of been in the chat here a little bit with the wingers and getting in the way.
Nats inside the Strathroy zone. It's up to the point. Cornfield had that taken away, and here comes Nelson. Nelson with a short break, cuts to the net, scores! Noah Nelson! And we are tied at 2.
Great to see Nelson get that goal. 2 apples last night in St. Mary's. Gets a breakaway pass here, and I believe that's his first goal of the year as they collect the puck for him. What a goal, beating Flores to the left-hand side there, cutting across the crease, beating him on the blocker's side. Great goal by Noah Nelson.
A monkey off the back for Nelson for sure, as we are tied at 2 on the short break by Nelson. Beats Flores. And a tie hockey game here in Strathroy. Now Perry on the left side into the corner. Had that one taken away from him. He's dodging a hit. Up to the line, kept in. Back down low for Riley Wood. Perry in the right corner. Looking for the net. Looking out front. Good chance. That one just wide. Rockets with some opportunities here and some pressure inside the London zone. It'll be the Nats coming out of the scrum with the puck. Pass up into the skates and dumped in right on O'Dwyer. And now a big hit out front. Beaupre, and he's going to earn himself a penalty. O'Dwyer comes to the bench, and now the Rockets will bring it up ice. Out of the reach there. Arsenault will touch up, and the penalty on the way to Beaupre. Interference, and the Rockets will head to the power play with 6:44 to go here in the second.
Yeah, and speaking of this, I feel bad for the linesman that now has to skate all the way back down to the other end to fix the net here, as he was thrown into the net there, blatantly into the net, and just out of control on that hit. We'll see if the Rockets can keep the pressure going here. They've had a lot of pressure here in the last 2 minutes. And it's Noah Nelson on the goal who will get it from Jacob Habib. So that ties the game here, and the Rockets now on the power play.
Nelson's first Junior B goal. First as a Rocket. You wouldn't believe it for a guy who's played 7 games in the OHL this season. But a big monkey off the back for him. And now the Rockets work on the power play here. Working it up ice. Faulkner into the offensive zone. Wide as he's taken out into the corner. Holmes on a backhand, clears it up to the line, but not out as Smith keeps it in. Smith hands it off to Nelson. Nelson looking down low for Faulkner. Faulkner running into some trouble with Pace Roth. Pace Roth battling. It's Nelson coming out of the scrum with it. He'll look for a pass. Hands it off down low for Faulkner. Faulkner up to the point for Smith. Nelson now. Working the perimeter. Pass over to Kindry. Kindry looking out front. That one, as it's going to be blown down as the net came off with Flores pushing off. And then we'll get a face-off inside off to the right of Flores.
good power play so far for the Rockets. They've been able to keep it in the zone for the most part, except that one chance for the Nationals, but it's been a really good power play in 2 minutes before with the goal for the Rockets. You want to keep this going if you're the Rockets and the coaching staff.
Up to the point for Kindry now here. Point shot. That one tipped in a pad, saved by Flores. Riley Wood looking out front, gets it back behind the net. Still holding on to it. This one off the shin pads. Wood spins to Perry. Perry, nice pass to Kindry. Kindry winds up. That shot into the shins of Harbor. He's slow to get up here. Holding his shin out front as he hobbles around the ice now. A shot on. This one hits off the backside of Dundas. Smith, Harbor, and he'll clear, and he'll hobble his way back to the Nationals bench.
Yeah, he's hurting really badly. He took that on the inside of the shin where the shin pad doesn't cover, and you can see he's getting all of the congrats on the bench from the staff.
Ty Johnson carries it in for Strathroy. Trying to set something up here on the power play. Hall looking to get it back. Capped in by Perry. No, he couldn't. Power will pick it up and come forward. Cuts across the line, looks up at the clock, sees that time's about to expire, takes it back to his own zone, and the Nationals have killed off the penalty. 4:40 to go here in the second. Down low, Riley Wood will pick it up out front of the London bench, carry it up to center. Wood in on the left side. Now down low into the corner. Perry has that one hop over top of his stick. Nationals will clear. Julian over to McGowan, and McGowan into the offensive zone. Now to Power. Works his way into the slot. Still holds on to it. Shot to the net. Stopped by O'Dwyer. Back out front. Rebound. Stopped by O'Dwyer again. And a scrum out front. Once again after the cover up by O'Dwyer.
And we got to give it to the Nationals defense there. They had a big kill there as Thomas Harbor took that one, like I mentioned, on the inside of the left leg, and you saw him, and that's a tough change for him as well in the second period. He had to go basically end to end after taking that puck, and he cleared it too, so it makes it even harder on him.
Shot on right off the draw by Power, stopped by O'Dwyer. Just a hair over 4 minutes to go here in the second period. It's a tie hockey game after the first of the season by Noah Nelson. And we'll get a change out there as Kindry and Smith will swap out the defenseman for Strathroy. Right on the draw now. It's picked up as the Nationals have it, firing and throwing one on goal there. Stopped by Gordy O'Dwyer. Now the Rockets will clear as Johnson hands that one off to Spezial. He'll get to center, knocked off his stick, but dumped in by Kane Johnson. Opposite side, Hogarth now. Looking out front. Pass up to the point, Smith settles it down to the net, redirected, stopped out front. Scrum ensues in the crease, and it's going to be picked up in the corner by Spezial. Off the stick of Johnson, cleared, and now Julian hands it off. Cornfield up through center, in across the line, and he dumps it in. O'Dwyer trying to clear it out front. It's touched up in front of the London bench. Rockets wanted a call for too many men. I'm surprised they didn't get it. Off the rebound, stopped by O'Dwyer. Johnson with it now, flipped up into the neutral zone and back into the London zone.
Yeah, that was a great play by O'Dwyer there. He actually was the one that put that up the boards into the Nats bench.
Kindry down low will cycle it to the other side for Spezial. Johnson back behind the net. Nats looking to try and clear. It's Faulkner with it. Taking off his stick. Now Holmes has it in the corner. He'll clear on a backhand out. And they're going to say it hit off the netting on its way out, and they'll bring the face-off back inside the London zone. You mentioned the heads-up play by O'Dwyer when the Nats went to the bench for a change. He fired it around the boards right into the feet there. And I'll be honest with you, I am surprised nothing was called for too many men. They had about 4 guys on the ice at the door.
Well, and it also hit the player that was on the bench with his foot on the ice. So that technically right there is too many men. But like I said, great play by O'Dwyer making that hit up the boards onto the bench.
Dumped back in here by the Rockets inside of the London zone. 2.5 minutes to go in the second period. Chard after a big hit along the glass. Now looking forward, here they come. Torrealba up on the right side with speed, tries to cut to the middle, had that one knocked off his stick. There to get it back, Pimentel just out of his reach, and it's back in the Strathroy zone for Ty Johnson. Long pass, tipped in off the stick. Now they'll chase back behind the London net. Flores is there to play it. Flores around the boards, kept alive by Pimentel. Chard over to Pace Roth. It'll be Pace Roth to carry it up the middle here. He comes into the offensive zone. Nats hold the line. They stay on side. Up to Elliston. Elliston shot, and that one's blocked by Nelson. He'll carry it up forward here for Strathroy. Drops to Perry. Perry back to Nelson. Another chance, and he couldn't get the shot on goal. It'll be cleared off the boards, but not out as it's dumped back in. And now Nelson will finish up the change here. Arsenault has it back behind the London net. Turned over. Hall to Wood. Wood back out front. Scores! What a pass to find Carson Perry. And the Rockets lead 3-2.
Tic-tac-toe. What a pass. They are behind the back. Onto the captain's stick, Carson Perry. And he finds the back of the net. He was wide open behind all the Nationals' defense there at the bottom of the circle. And he could have sat there probably for a few seconds and looked at Owen Flores before putting that almost through the back of the net. Great play by the Rockets, putting them up here 3-2 with 1:20. That's a big goal going into intermission if they can keep this here.
Perry looking out front, and he had a good chance there off the stick of Wood. Nationals looking to turn it up ice here. At the line, knocked away, back into the zone by Dundas. 1:05 to go here in the second period of play. Up to the line for Smith, keeps it in, dumps it back down low for Carson Perry in the corner against Cornfield. Perry off the stick of Wood, looking to get it back as Smith keeps it in. Perry and cleared back out to center with Kindry and Smith going back into the Strathroy zone. Hogarth to center, throws it in, hits the official. This will work out in the Nats' favor as Beaupre picks it up. Pass over out front of the Nats bench, dumps it into the corner, and now Beaupre will chase. Looking out front, couldn't find a pass, tied up in the corner against Smith. Puck will squirt out, and Wood will throw it off the glass over top of Cornfield and down the ice, and now poked off the stick by Kindry. Kindry looking out front for the pass, had that one knocked away, and now the Nats will work up ice. Good play from the back check there to get that one away as the Nats are offside here. 12 seconds to go, just holding on to it. Laszlo will throw one down the ice, tipped in off the stick of Hogarth into the corner. 5 seconds to go, 3 seconds here against Julian, and the horn will go. Period number 2 will come to an end, and the Rockets, with one of their better played periods of the season, find themselves heading to the intermission up a goal, 3-2 here against the Nationals.
Yeah, like as you mentioned, I don't even think I had to say anything. You said it perfectly. Best played period I've seen by the Rockets, and like I said, great goal by Carson Perry. Riley Wood and Blake Hall come out on the assists on that one, and you see Coach Jason Wilms talking to the referee Chapman about that too many men call, and you know he's not happy either. Even though they're up 3-2. Should have been on too many men. Either way, he's going to be a happy coach going into that period, up 3-2 on the Nationals.
So the Rockets will have to go to the break and come up with a plan to play another solid third period of hockey here, leading the London Nationals by a score of 3-2. The third periods have been their struggle so far this season. They might have figured it out with the third period they had last night in St. Mary's, and if they can keep playing the way that they are playing tonight, then they might be in good hands. Shots on goal in the second period of play. As it sits right now, London still out shooting Strathroy, 10-8 in that period, but it's Strathroy who picks up the 2 goals, coming from Noah Nelson, assisted by Jacob Habib, and Carson Perry by Riley Wood and Blake Hall to give them the 3-2 lead late in that second period of play.
Yeah, and just a quick stat to give us an idea why the Nationals are one of the best teams in the league. They're 2-1 when trailing after the second period, so they're not going to just roll over and die here, but they have lost a game here when they're trailing. So we'll see what they can do here going forward.
So it'll be a 3-2 Strathroy lead heading to the third period of play on this Saturday night. We'll go ahead and we will take the break here. You're listening to Strathroy Rockets Hockey on the Rockets Hockey Network, YouTube.com, and watching on HockeyTV.com.
The following live broadcast of Strathroy Rockets Hockey is made possible thanks to our generous sponsors. Andy's Legendary Pizza, located at 10 Metcalf Street West in Strathroy. Commonwealth Financial, located at 370 Albert Street in Strathroy and online at commonwealthfinancial.ca. Carpet One Floor and Home, located at 325 Caradoc Street South in Strathroy. All Season Concrete, located just outside Strathroy, and visit them online at allseasonconcrete.ca. MNP Accounting, Consulting and Tax Services, located at 6 Front Street in downtown Strathroy. And by Middlesex Chiropractic. Visit them at 117 Thomas Street in Strathroy. The following is a live presentation of Strathroy Rockets hockey. Aspro's in alone. Daniel Aspro, breakaway, scores! That's to the net here, still has it. Over to the side, center, scores!
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you back inside the West Middlesex Memorial Center here in Strathroy. Third period has come around as the second intermission just comes to an end here. The Rockets leading the London Nationals by a score of 3-2. The Rockets with a very well-played second half of the second period. Overall, a well-played second period, but certainly in the second half, 2 goals to give them a 3-2 lead, and really just making sure that they're counting on the turnovers, finishing on them, getting good chances, if not at all, anything out of a turnover.
Yeah, that was the one key thing that I mentioned. Even in the first period, they were getting their shots on net on the turnovers. And when they do, they're capitalizing now. They capitalized on 2 of the turnovers there. One of the turnovers there in down low. And it's led them to the 3-2 lead. They're going into the period in a good situation. Problem is, though, when you look at the record after 2 periods when leading, they're basically 3-3. So you want to make sure that you're coming out not letting your foot off the gas by any means off this Nationals team.
The Rockets have 3 wins when leading after 2 periods of play, 1 regulation loss, 1 shootout loss, and 1 overtime loss. So, though, like you said, although they have picked up points in 5 of those 6 contests, they have lost 3 of them. 2 of those being in overtime and shootout, but they're back to the ice here for the third and ready to try and beat the Nationals here on a Saturday night. Shots on goal, a 2-period total of 21 for London and 15 for Strathroy. The goal scorers for London, Toriawa and Julian. It's Dundas, Nelson, and Perry for Strathroy. One more final check at the out-of-town scoreboard here as we get set for period number 3. The only other game going on in the Western Conference today is in Komoka, and that one is a 3-2 Komoka lead, with about 8 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the third period over at the Wellness Center in Komoka. Here, it's a 3-2 lead for the Strathroy Rockets as we get set for period number 3 at the West Middlesex Memorial Center. We're underway. Quick dump in is going to find its way on Gordy O'Dwyer into the corner here as the Rockets look to clear. Flipped up, back into the London zone, cleared off the wall, and now to center. Just out of the reach of power, it's Kindry with it. Kindry with a National draped all over him. Burridge tries to cut it to the net. Arsenault, big shot. That one stopped by O'Dwyer. Now the opposite side, another one thrown on goal. Tipped right out front, and O'Dwyer has to stand tall, getting tested early here a couple of times to start the third.
Yeah, great save there right away to start the third period. And we should mention Kilby has not returned to the bench, so it looks like he'll be out for the rest of this game. That's 2 players down on the Rockets, with Ballast leaving with the 5 in a game, or the 2 in a game for the check from behind earlier in the second period.
Looking to clear, it's down low for Chard. He'll hold on to it, circle back in the corner. Now back behind the net here, looking for a pass out front. It's up to the point for Arsenault. Hands it off and knocked off the stick there, cleared off down the ice, and it will go for icing here against Strathroy. Enough to slide on this fresh ice, and we'll bring the faceoff back inside of the Strathroy zone. The Nats will get a line change.
And it'll be a faceoff to Gordy O'Dwyer's right-hand side. He's been stellar this game for the Rockets as he's taken control of the starting position for them.
Face-off, it's won by the Rockets. Riley Wood going to chip that one up to center and get it out. Now back in the neutral zone. Chard to the defender, former teammate Alex Laszlo. Rimmed around the boards, up to Dundas. Dundas chips it past, will chase it down himself, but Holmes will be the first one to get it for London. Back behind the net, Holmes leaves it. Pass off the boards. Wood in to intercept it. Now Wood. Back down low in the corner. Kicks it back to himself. Behind the net, holds on to it. Wood spins, scores! What an effort by Riley Wood takes it himself behind the net, spins, fires, and beats Flores, and it's 4-2 Rockets.
Wow, Riley Wood putting the National on his back, literally carrying him as he came out from around the net, giving the Rockets the much needed goal here, putting them up 4-2. His second of the game here with 18:30 in the third left.
That's a way to start the third for Strathroy. Back into the Rockets zone here, Hall. Cleared up to the blue line by Nelson, and a shot on goal is going to miss. Now they'll clear out past Cornfield and back into the London zone. McGowan over to Cornfield in the right corner. His pass will go back there, no one there. Pimentel centering pass, another chance for Faulkner. It's knocked wide. Up to the point for Hall, redirected that one into the corner. Harbor to pick it up. Now Nelson, down low, Pimentel. Leaves it, nobody there. It'll be the Nationals picking it up, clearing it off the glass up to the line, but not out. Hall, Pimentel, past Cornfield, behind the net, holds on to it. Looking for an option up to the point. Habib shot, that one tipped. Didn't make it to the net as it was stopped by the Nats defenseman, and now the Rockets will have it go D-to-D from Habib to Hall, and now it'll be dumped back in by London and blown down. I'm not sure where.
I think the linesman called it an icing, but they're going to put it at center ice here. And my apologies, it's not his second goal, his second point of the game for Riley Wood as the faceoff comes to center ice.
Face-off won by the Nats. It'll be Julian carrying it on the left side. Pass Smith into the corner. Now Barnes back down low for Julian. Hops over his stick. Will be picked up by Kindry. He'll clear it off the glass, get it out past Arsenault and down the ice. Kane Johnson right on the defense as he tries to knock this one away. Spin pass over to Julian. Julian works his way in. Drops it. Burridge shot. That one stopped by O'Dwyer. Cleared out by the Rockets. Back out to center. Now Burridge. Pass over. Looking, cutting. That one stopped. Comes back out front, and O'Dwyer sliding across as he was getting ready to make the save. But Spezia will carry it up here for Strathroy. He dumps it in. Back down low. Pokes it back over to Kane Johnson on the opposite side. Kane Johnson, the pass out to the middle. Knocked away, and Laszlo will dump it back in. Julian with a couple of taps on Laszlo. Of course, we mentioned Laszlo, his first game against his former team. Back in the London zone. Here's the Nats get set to bring it up ice. Power running into some trouble. It'll be Barnes. Barnes carries it up on the left side. Hit from Johnson, lodges the puck loose. Passed out and down the ice, and now Gallant going to chase it down against Pace Roth. Pace Roth into the corner. Turned over. Nelson, and he had Faulkner alone out front, but he didn't know he was there, and he just sent it back into the corner. Now up through the middle. Duarte hands that one off. Coming through, Cooper. Knocked away by O'Dwyer. Up to the point. Kept in. Now firing one on goal. This one's going to take a hop off the boards. Almost came right back out front. Rockets just looking to clear. They will as this one gets back out into the neutral zone. 4.5 gone here in the third period. Early goal by Riley Wood has given the Rockets a 4-2 lead. Coming through the middle here, Cooper. Knocked off his stick. It's Holmes with it. Holmes through the middle. Now he's in across the offensive line on the left side into the corner. He spins, circles back, goes up top. Looking, point shot. That one whistled over top of the net. Big miss as it hits off the glass and comes up to the line, but not out. Now thrown on goal. This one stopped, and the Rockets will pick it up here as Nelson just flips it into the air and back into the London zone, and we'll get a line change.
Yeah, and the Rockets have really taken advantage of the turnovers and their speed here on the Nationals, getting chances even more.
Holmes cutting through on the middle there. His shot was blocked. Now poking it away, and Riley Wood will pick it up. Wood into the offensive zone. He's going to lose it in the corner, but he goes to get it. Trying to dodge the hit, make sure he can come away with the puck. Wood looking, works his way out front. Now back down low for Perry. Perry lost it off his stick into the corner for Holmes, and Holmes will just flip it out and out for the Nats. Now on the left side, trying to cut to the net here. Holds on to it, comes out front, and it's stopped by Gordy O'Dwyer as he slides across, and he makes the save.
Yeah, great save by O'Dwyer. His stick was caught up in the Nationals' skates there as he tried to block the pass from coming out front. So he was basically one-handed on that save and still was able to corral it into his chest.
Cleared out into the neutral zone, dumped back in by the Nationals, and they'll give chase. Rockets looking to clear. Torrialba to pick it back up. Now they'll come through the middle. With it, Torrialba dodges another hit, has it on the left side, and he scores! Squeaks it through the 5-hole of O'Dwyer underneath the pads, and the Nationals are back within one.
Yeah, and they were able to get a couple of good sustained pressure here, but they were beat O'Dwyer there 5-hole, getting them back within one goal. Still here, just over half of the period left to go. We'll see if the Rockets can answer here quickly and get a few chances on Owen Flores.
Face-off one back into the London zone here as the Nationals have possession. Harbour works his way forward. Here comes Harbour looking for a shot to the net. That one's going to go over top of O'Dwyer into the corner. A 4-3 hockey game chance out front here is stopped by O'Dwyer, poked away, and now Faulkner brings it up ice. Faulkner looking, shot on, and Flores makes the save for London with the glove. Face-off coming inside of the London zone. 13:29 to go. Still tons of hockey to play here in the third. 1-goal Strathroy lead, 4-3. One back up to the point for Laszlo. Trying to dump that one down low. It's knocked with a high stick out of play, so we'll just keep the face-off where it is inside of the London zone.
Yeah, it looked like the Nats were starting to run around there right away, basically. So good way to just get the puck out of play and get a whistle.
Into the corner, Pimentel. Bunker, quick clear pass and poked forward into the zone, and will be cleared out by O'Dwyer down the ice just out of the reach of Faulkner for an icing.
That's twice O'Dwyer's made some good plays with his stick, playing the puck. We had the one earlier there at the bench, and he saw Faulkner taken off in behind the Nats defense and was just out of reach on the stick. So an icing back into his right-hand side.
Nelson now will carry it up here through the middle, and he'll dump it in. Down low, picked up as the Nationals move it through the middle. Kendry now. Dumped into the opposite side, and Pace Roth will be back to get it. Pace Roth sets up behind the London net here. 12:39 to go in the third. Now ready to go. Knocked down by Hogarth at center. Pace Roth back to get it, rims it around the boards here over to Burridge on the right side, and Burridge will carry it up. Burridge into the offensive zone, gets past Kendry. Now Kendry will pick it up. Throw it off the boards, and now Kane Johnson almost picked that one up and got past the defenseman and Pace Roth, but it was back into the London zone. Quick pass down the ice, an icing call. Not sure who that pass was intended for, but it'll be an icing charged against London here. Just under 8 minutes played so far in the third.
And the Riley Wood goal has come back as unassisted on that goal, as we're just getting the stat now here. And it was a great play, like we mentioned, with a National on his back to get the goal, to give now what is a 1-goal lead for the Rockets.
Down low. With it here, Cornfield up to Pace Roth. Now the Nats carried into the offensive zone. Pace Roth looking for a shot. That one goes off a skate. Back behind O'Dwyer, and they score. A broken play that finds its way through O'Dwyer, and the Nationals have tied it at 4 apiece.
Like I mentioned, coming into this period, you can't give the Nationals any space here, and that's what's happened is they've given them a little bit of breathing room, tying this game here. 11:49 in the period left. You've got to put your foot back down if you're the Rockets. Maybe get a bit of gassed here after playing last night's game, but you got to find a new energy here and get back into this game.
Sent down the ice from Habib, and it'll be an icing call against Strathroy right off the face-off and bring it into the Rocket zone. 11:44 to play here in the third. The Nationals have tied the game. Down from a 2-goal deficit after the early goal by Wood. Now another chance. Elliston scores. And the Nats lead 5-4. Michael Elliston beating the screen out front, beating O'Dwyer. And the Nats from down 2 now lead by 1.
Yeah, and you can see the frustration coming across on the Rockets bench as Carson Perry just snapped his stick over the bench. And if I'm Jason Wilms, I'm looking for a new energy here, maybe a timeout or something, get your team back into this as the Nats have scored 2 straight goals.
Up through the middle, Laszlo on the right side, gets it into the London zone. It'll be Burridge with it. He'll work his way past on the left side. Now up on the left side, we'll dump it into the corner. Johnson back there to get it, and now Nelson. Nelson up the right side, into the offensive zone, into the corner. It's Nelson. Over to Spezial, looking out front with the pass. Up to the point for Johnson. Shot on. This one tipped. It goes just wide. Point shot now. Another one. This one blocked by Burridge. Burridge will get it out. And now Duarte will pick it up inside of the Strathroy zone. Turned over. Here comes Ty Johnson. Quick pass up to Gallant. Gallant will work it on the left side. Gallant looking. Shot. Well wide of the goal. Another one thrown on. Block it away up to the point. Smith fans on the shot. Battling Duarte. He gets it out into the neutral zone and back into the London zone here where the Nats will go D to D. Up through the middle. Shot block. Big rebound comes out. Ty Johnson slow to get up, and now he's hobbling around after the shot block. Nelson will get it to center, and he'll dump it in. The Rockets will get a change here, approaching the halfway mark of this third. Now a 5-4 London lead. Bunker. Past Perry. Now he gets in. Bunker a shot. That one wide. It'll be Wood. His pass just out of the reach of Perry. Pace Roth goes D to D. Now pass. Tipped by Bunker. Perry tries to get it back, and now he's going to chase him down into the corner. With it here, it'll be sent down the ice, flipped, and it will go for icing here against London. And that'll bring the face-off back to the London end of the ice here. 9:45 to go in the third.
And just to catch up on the stats here, the 4th goal for the Nats, Jeff Burridge assisted by Zach Powers. The 5th goal, Michael Easton assisted by Daniel Torabella. Torabella's 3rd point of the night.
Into the corner now, Pimentel and Perry. Perry back down low for Pimentel. He's holding on to it here. Over to the left side. Now back behind the net for Riley Wood. Wood tried to pass it up to the point. That one was picked off, and now the Nats will bring it up ice as Harper has it on his stick. Backhand will dump it in, and the Nats will get a line change. Inside of the Strathroy zone, it's Smith here working up ice on the right side. Gets to center. Will dump it in. Back there to play it, Cornfield. Up through the middle. Forces the turnover as Pimentel dumps it in. But they'll get the line change, and the Nats will have some time to set up behind the net.
And it looks like a hungry Nats team is taking advantage of a tired Rockets team here in the third period as they've been all over them here since the Riley Wood goal.
Burridge fires one on goal, intercepted by Hogarth. He'll work it up. Chipped pass is Spezial, battling along the wall. Quick pass, Power, opposite side, looking shot. That one missing glove side on Gordy O'Dwyer. Back out to Cornfield at center. He'll dump it into the corner. Rimmed around the corner, opposite side. Now Julian has it behind the net. Julian looking, one-time shot. That one's stopped by O'Dwyer. Bounces over top of the net and stays alive below the goal line. Now rimmed around the boards, gets out to center. Cornfield will pick it up, and they'll just bring it back inside the London zone, and they'll set up once again here. The Nats defenders now from their own zone. Up the middle, here they come. McGowan almost made it through the Rockets defenseman and to the net, but he lost it. Now Julian back down low. In to get it Chard. Chard lost that one. Spezia will pick it up. Hands it to Kane Johnson. Johnson into the offensive zone. Had to get past the Nats defense, and he was unable to, as the Nats will pick it up and Ellison will dump it in. O'Dwyer quickly there to play it. He'll throw it up, and he'll take a hop off the boards, back behind the net, and the net comes off as O'Dwyer hollered into the posts, and we'll get a whistle here with 7:30 to go in the third.
And a final over in Kamoka. The Kings scored 4 goals in the third period to win that one 6-2 as they increase their race up the standings in 4th place right now.
Up to the point, Arsenault, rebound chance for Elliston. Now on the wraparound, he scores. Another one for Michael Elliston, and it's a 6-4 London lead. The energy taken out of this building, taken out of the Rockets team. 4 straight goals for the Nats to make it a 6-4 lead.
Yeah, and Gordy O'Dwyer doesn't seem right now as he gets a new bottle from the bench and makes some quick equipment changes before the puck drops. So we'll see if there was something that he didn't feel right there as he gets back into play.
Dumped in as Perry throws it behind the net here. Up to the point, it'll be picked up. The Nats will work it forward again. Into the offensive zone on the left side. Taking the puck away there and trying to get that back, Laszlo. Now up to the point here for London. Point shot, blocked away by O'Dwyer. Power into the corner against Laszlo. Power up to the point. His pass intercepted by Nelson. Nelson will chip it past and chase down into the zone, but they're going to say that one was thrown into the Nationals bench, or at least hitting off someone in the Nationals bench, and we'll bring the face-off into the neutral zone on the Strathroy side of center.
Yeah, and it almost looks like Daniel Torbella hasn't come off the ice for the Nationals as he has another assist on the goal. Michael Easton from Lucas Chard and Torbella giving the Nationals the 6-4 lead.
Kindry with it now as he goes up ice for Strathroy. Had that one pickpocketed. Bunker now coming forward. Bunker to Beaupre. Beaupre into the corner, lost it. Carrying it up, Hogarth now. Quick pass, Kane Johnson. They're in across into the offensive zone. Pimento lost it as he went for the shot. It'll be cleared off the glass and out here by London. Smith and Kindry now on defense for Strathroy as it goes back to Kindry inside of the Rockets zone. Now Smith, nice move to work up ice. Carries it into the offensive zone. Just out of the reach was the return pass from Kane Johnson. Now Johnson tries to go back down low. Nats will pick it up here now from their own blue line. Up through center comes Harbour. Harbour lost it. O'Dwyer will pick it up, and he'll just cover it up here as the puck goes on goal, and we'll get a whistle. 5:40 to go here in the third. A 6-4 London lead.
Yeah, and I think you're going to see the Nationals kind of play a little bit of save hockey here because they know the Rockets can score here. It's not like it hasn't been a close game for most of this game, and it still is 6-4, but it looks like they're just going to play the dump and chase, let the Rockets bring it to them.
Clearing attempt off the glass is knocked down by the glove of Power, and now he picks it up in the corner. Spinning away from the hit of Hall. Now another shot on. That one by Burridge, stopped by O'Dwyer and out of play.
Off the roof, off Gordy O'Dwyer's shoulder. So it'll be another face-off to his right as the Nationals have continued to keep play on this side of the red line.
Face-off off to O'Dwyer's left. Burridge to take it for London against Faulkner, and he wins it back forward. Perry trying to poke that one away. It comes out into the slot. It's going to be cleared out to center, and Riley Wood will pick it up at center ice, carry it into the offensive zone. Now he dumps it down low. Wood's battling. Now Perry will pick it up. Perry looking for the pass down low. That'll hit off a skate. Poking that one away Ty Johnson, but the Nats from their own zone now as Burridge a long pass up to Power. Now Nelson through the middle. He's tripped up. No call here from the official. It's Wood looking to the middle. That one's going to sit on the side of the net. Wood will pick it up. Wood out to Nelson. Nelson looking for a shot. Couldn't get it off. Now Carson Perry. Puck's going to squirt out here, and the Nats will get it out to center, and that's where it's going to be picked up and worked forward here by Power. Power looking for a move to cut to the net. Had that one knocked away as he was hit. Now trying to knock it down. Cutting to the middle. On his forehand. Up to the point. Pace Roth. A shot. That one tipped. It goes wide. Wood's going to flip it up, and it'll go out of play off the glass. And a whistle. Face off. 4:19 to go here on the third as some words exchanged by the Nats and Rockets.
Yeah, and you hope that as this gets down, a team that's been known to be chippy, the Nationals, kind of keep things clean for the final 4 minutes here and don't lead to any injuries or suspensions.
Spezial to center on the right side as he takes a hit from Barnes and will lose the puck in the corner. Out of the opposite side for Pace Roth. Flips it up into center. Nice play to keep it alive here. The Nats will carry it in, but offside, and they're going to say that Char didn't go across the line. Here comes Faulkner. Faulkner into the corner. Looking for a chance. His home will pin him against the wall. Dundas, another chance. That shot off a stick and behind the net. Up to the point. And a penalty on the way here as the shoving continues in the corner. I'm not sure who this call's on. I think it's going to be Dundas.
Yeah, Dundas went towards the net and gave a little cross-check on the Nats defenseman, so he'll go to the bench for 2 or less. And I believe it'll be a cross-check call. Roughing actually will be the call by Chapman. And not something you want to see, as Chapman's going to have a chat with Nats coach Colin Martin. And Martin doesn't look happy by it at all, as he was yelling at Chapman as he skated away. So not sure what that conversation was about. But either way, the top-ranked power play will be back out against the Rockets here, up 6-4.
Up to the point for McGowan. Looking for a shot, they score. That one trickles through O'Dwyer just 4 seconds into the man advantage, and the Nats add to their lead 7-4.
And you see a little unsportsmanlike there by Power as he points to Dundas in the penalty box. As you can see, what really is becoming a chippy game here, and a disgruntled Rockets team going up against a very unsportsmanlike Nats team here with 3:30 left in the period, up 7-4.
It'll be dumped in by the Nats here into the corner. Smith will pick it up, try to clear around the wall. Now Johnson out to Pimentel, and the Rockets will clear out to center. Pimentel dumps that one past, and now he'll go get it. Down low. Taking a hit as Pimentel back behind the net loses the puck. McGowan will get it. Up to the point, Kindry keeps it alive inside the London zone. Slow to the benches, Kane Johnson is the Rockets still inside the London zone here. Looking to clear the puck, and finally it'll get cleared out by London back into the Strathroy zone. Kindry now back behind his own net. Leaves it for Nelson, pass up to Wood, and Wood will carry it. Knocked off his stick at the blue line, and it will dump it in on the backhand with 2.5 to go here in the third. Nelson trying to stick lift there. Couldn't get the puck away. Now Duarte, a turnover. Perry down low. Perry looking out front. That one almost snuck by Flores, but It went wide. It'll be cleared out to center. Hall back, Habib and Perry knocked off the stick, and Nelson will pick it up at the logo before dumping it in off the stick of Riley Wood. Sits back behind the London net, picked up by Perry as he comes out the other side. Down low, and a penalty on the way here as it's touched up, a slashing call. And it'll be on Cornfield of the Nationals. No, pardon me, McGowan will go.
Yeah, and this is Chapman trying to keep control of the game for 100%, and it's good on him. This big of a spread on the game. Not that the Rockets can't get back into this. 2 minutes left on the power play. You send your best guys out and get a goal right here. You're down 2 with 2 minutes to go or so. Nothing's impossible in the GOJHL.
Kindry shot, blockered away, and cleared out by the Nats. All the way back out into the Strathroy zone, and Kindry's back to pick it up. Carson Perry, the captain, wheels forward here as he brings it through the middle, and he's upended coming across the line. And it's back out into the neutral zone for Owen Kindry. 90 seconds to go here in the third. It's Kindry and across the line. Back down low, Smith into the corner. Barnes battling, 3 Rockets trying to dig it out. It'll be Riley Wood carrying it out front. Nelson couldn't get the shot off. Smith, Perry, shot from Smith. Nelson out front battling, couldn't get it back, and it'll be cleared down the ice. Perry goes back to get it here with just over a minute to go in the third. A minute to go on the power play as well, as that one knocked away by Beaupre. Now Nelson carries it forward on the right side. Nelson back behind the net here. Tries to kick it back to his stick. He does. Now up to the point for Hall. Hall on goal. That one redirected. Faulkner banging away at it, trying to put it out front. Picked back up by Spezial. Hall returns the pass. Shot on. That one tipped over top of the net. Now sits on the back of the net. Good chance for the Rockets to get it, but the Nationals will pick it up. Pace Roth tied up against the wall and cleared out off the stick of Johnson to center with 30 seconds to go. Hall will dump it back in. Now cleared out to the line, not out. Point shot. No, didn't hit the shot off. Johnson hands it off for Spezial. Now he gets another chance. One-time slapper is going to be cleared out to the line and out. And with 8 seconds to go, Johnson will take it back. Hall will throw it into the neutral zone, and the horn will go. And the Nationals will win 7-4 here over the Rockets. The Rockets look so good to start the game, and then into the third period, they added a goal to make it 4-2. And then the Nationals scored 5 straight goals and win this game 7-4.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the best second period we've seen followed probably one of the worst periods we've seen as well. And unfortunately, you almost have to give it up to a fresh Nationals team that hasn't played since Wednesday night, and a Rockets team that played last night that really put it all out there against the St. Mary's Lincolns. Tough one for the Rockets for sure.
Final score 7-4 in favor of the London Nationals here at the West Middlesex Memorial Center. Final shots on goal 35-20 in favor of London. They outshoot the Rockets by 15. The goal scorers for Strathroy in the game: Dylan Dundas, Noah Nelson, Carson Perry, and Riley Wood. The 7 goal scorers for the London Nationals: it's Toriaba, Julian, Burridge, Elliston with a couple, and McGowan, the goal scorers for London. We thank you for listening with us tonight and watching on HockeyTV.com. The Nationals victorious over the Rockets by a score of 7-4. Next game for the Rockets a week from today, as the Nationals come back to town on Saturday night for a rematch of this contest. We'll have the call for you. We thank you for listening with us tonight. We hope you have a safe and happy Saturday night, and we'll see you again next Saturday.